Now they know what to expect. Let's get going on Game 2 of the Western Conference quarterfinals. And tonight, we've got the Sacramento Kings playing against the LA Clippers right here in Los Angeles. Here with the greats, let's check out Sacramento's starting lineup. The duo inside, it's Murray and Sabonis. Chris Paul out there with Zach LaVine. And it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. And for Los Angeles, Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. Then there's Ivica Zubac. Then it's James Harden. And it's White in at the 2. Taking a look at Los Angeles, they did what they needed to do in Game 1. Now they just have to keep it going.
They really do. I mean, the pressure is on them to keep home court advantage. This should be a tougher game than that first one.
And so DeRozan will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Oh, and Murray makes this look all too easy. Superb at throwing it down with some power.
White for 3. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2. We are all still talking MP's triple-double, Grant. A 60-20-10 game. My goodness.
Oh, as if 60 points isn't enough. MP adding in those 20 rebounds, 10 assists. Come on, BA. That's just not fair.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Releases. They get it back. Here's Zubac. Count it.
Making the most of that possession. Unwilling to give up on the play.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. This one for 3. Murray, no good.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
And they pick up 2.
Inside, Leonard has so many go-to moves. He knows how to get by into a shot.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Zach LaVine's name came up, and I asked how he plans to deal with him. And Coach said, quote, what's scary about LaVine is how many ways that he can score. So there's no easy answer except for high-effort defense, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So the defense is trying to outwork LaVine tonight. We'll see how that goes. Guys?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Back to White. With the fadeaway. And it falls all over the rim and in. White's got 5 now. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Outside LaVine. White with the steal. And here's the fast break. And he lobs it up top.
Capable of playing either guard position. Harden's sense for when his teammates are open is ridiculous.
And so here's Sacramento. 7-point differential. Sabonis with a screen on Harden. Ball finds DeRozan. It's rebounded by Zubac. Pass to Leonard. The kick out to White. Zubac screen. White the pass to Zubac. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Here's a 3 from Paul. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
From deep. Paul doesn't hold back when pulling the trigger, especially when he sees the chance.
LaVine against White. And he lobs it up. Ooh, the deft touch on the lob.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. DeRozan outside. Shot clock at 6. Outside LaVine. No good on the triple. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the LA Clippers. They're leading by 8. Pass to Zubac. LaVine against White. Now here's Harden. Tight defense on him. Fires the 3. And there's White. That's good on the assist by Zubac. White's got 10 points.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
DeRozan outside. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
White against Levine. White can't hit.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Levine finds Paul.
First team.
Outside Murray. Pass to Sabonis. Outside Levine. Picked by Sabonis. 6 to shoot from 12 feet. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
Over the course of his career, Levine has grown into just an absolute lethal shooter. And the mid-range, that's a huge part of it.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
And here are the Kings now. They trail by 11. Paul looking it over. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now. Outside White. Zubac with a screen on DeRozan. And he's going for the oop here. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
Here's a 3 from Paul. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. Harden with a screen on Levine. White, the pass to Harden. The Clippers rebound. Levine against White. Pass to Harden. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Here's Levine for 3. Bearing his 2nd of 3 attempts.
Ooh, boy, that's some great speed. Athletically, Levine is just a step above most people.
Outside White. Outside for Harden. Back to White. Pass to Leonard. And here's Harden. 4-3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Harden's got 5 points.
Taking control of the tempo. Harden won't let the other team turn their last 3 into a run.
Here's Levine for 3. Powell pulls it in.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Harden, the pass to White. Back to Harden. White against Levine. Fades and shoots. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. He's got 14. Kings trail by 15. Outside Murray. Paul, a screen on Leonard. Back to Paul. Kicks it to DeRozan. Great D that time from Zubac.
And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping things.
Powell, a screen on Murray. Pass to Harden. Back to White. The 3 is up. It's good. Off the assist from Harden.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
They haven't looked like themselves the last few possessions.
They haven't. This is when they really need to be patient and get a clean look.
Levine finds Paul. Levine against White. Now here's Levine. He's closely guarded. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Sabonis. It doesn't go for him. Los Angeles leading by 18. Now White. He's got 17. Pass to Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Back to White. Here's Zubac. And a again. It's the Clippers.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Timeout called. The Kings.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
I'm sure Coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
For the Clippers, Jones comes in for Leonard, and it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Powell. Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Kings. Ellis comes in for Chris Paul. On the wing, DeRozan, defended by Bogdanovic. To the wing, right side. Murray passes to DeRozan. Clock at 6. Pass to Levine to halt the run. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Outside White. Back to Harden. Outside Bogdanovic. White with it. Now here's Jones. There's Bogdanovic with the 3. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And so DeRozan will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Outside Levine. Free throw line jumper. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Jones, and he dunks it down.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
To the paint. Here's DeRozan, and the dunk by DeRozan.
Getting up there with the slam, DeMar DeRozan leaves nothing to chance.
Jones finds Bogdanovic. White looking it over. Back to Harden. Pass to White. Valanciunas against Zubac. Now Bogdanovic. Over DeRozan. And it's Bogdanovic that time on the assist by White. Bogdanovic has got 5.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Here's DeRozan. Murray passes to DeRozan. Here's Levine for 3. Jones grabs the board.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
There's a screen. Oh, there's the alley.
Oh, so difficult to guard in these sets. Harden just excels at reading defenses and taking what he sees.
Timeout call, Sacramento.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
And Coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
For the Clippers, Ben Simmons is checked in for Zubac. And it's done in for James Harden. And a new group getting ready for the Kings. Domantas Sabonis, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Lyles comes in for Murray. Laravia is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Markelle Fultz in for Zach LaVine. Laravia misses the 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Give him 8.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the 3.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Will it go? Counted from distance.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Simmons finds White. Let's go with a 3. Hauled in by the Kings. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. let's get you back to the action as Game 2 is getting underway. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
Taking a look at the Kings, Doug McDermott out there with Trey Lyles. Then it's Domantas Sabonis, and it's Ellis in at the 1. White, good.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Here's Ellis. No points yet. McDermott outside. Pass to Lyles. Here's Sabonis. The shot that time not on target. Los Angeles has gone 7 of 9 from three-point range so far. Outside White. Bogdanovich with it. Back to White. Over McDermott. White can't hit.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
That one goes. Count it. White's got 5 points in the quarter.
The scoring is coming easy for him. Got to keep the ball in his hands.
Sabonis, the pass to Ellis. Back to Sabonis. The Clippers grab the miss.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
I like what the defense is doing inside, but Batum stays patient and finds his shot anyway.
Pass to Sabonis. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. McDermott, the pass to Laravia. Sacramento again missing.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Now White, the 3 ball. And he gets it to go again. He's connected on 10 of 15 now.
I just love the ball movement.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Sabonis, the pass to Laravia. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, you need to find some sort of momentum. This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
McDermott outside. Rebounded by Dunn.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
And let's go to the sidelines for an update on Keegan Murray's injury.
Guys, I was able to catch up with the Kings head athletic trainer. The initial reports are saying that this is a serious injury and that he'll likely miss significant playing time. And for a team with a thin roster, this injury really hurts. They will need everyone to step their game up.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Boy, this injury definitely looks like it could be serious, guys.
Here's hoping it's not, but yeah, this team may have to get used to playing without him for a bit.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart.
Eubanks, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Harden comes in for Dunn. Zach LaVine, he's checked in for Sacramento. Ball comes in for Laravia. Knocks down the long J.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Pass to Lyles. Outside LaVine. Lyles a screen to get back on track. And another miss by Sacramento.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
White can't hit. Sacramento has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Here's Ellis. No made baskets yet. Fades back. It's hauled in by White. White's got 6 rebounds here tonight. there's a killer two-hand slam.
Yeah, the crafty veteran Batum. Throughout his career, he's been a terrific passer at his position.
Paul passes to Ellis. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time. Ellis has gotten his first bucket of the night.
That's just smart basketball right there, finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
Back to White. There's the three. On target from range.
Don't you forget, Harden won an assist title now, and this man can pass that rock.
LaVine against Bogdanovich. Here's Lyles. Sabonis with a screen on Batum. Out left to the wing. Sabonis, the pass to Ellis. It's tipped! Now here's White. The three. And the three-pointer goes. White's got 40 points.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Paul passes to Lyles. Outside LaVine. From deep. The rebound by Eubanks.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Back to White. Puts up a three. Rebounded by Lyles. And it's Paul with the ball for Sacramento. Outside LaVine. Back to Paul. Lets it fly. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Uses the pick so nicely. Paul gets the screen and fires away.
Outside White. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Chris Paul. Sacramento has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Outside LaVine. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 3 assists tonight.
And since being drafted in 2014, LaVine has put in the work to get his three-point shot where he likes it. Really upgrading that deep game.
Here's White. Ellis with a rebound. Sacramento has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Pass to Paul. Sabonis looking over the floor. Back to Paul. From about 19. Kept alive by Sacramento. Lyles a screen. Paul with it. Picked up by Eubanks. Back to Sabonis. The three-pointer off the mark. Well, the Clippers shooting has been incredible. 72%. White for 3. Connects from downtown. White's got 43 points.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to LaVine. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Here's White. And he hits the jumper. White's got 45 points.
His big night continues. He is fueling this lead.
Pass to Ellis. The three. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got his 4th assist with that last one. Bogdanovich finds White. Fires from deep. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Here's Lyles. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. White's got 8 rebounds in the game. From downtown, good! Another from 3.
The three's coming fast and furious. He is scorching the nets.
Yes, and now tied for the 3rd most three-point field goals in a single game in playoff history. to the middle. Sabonis in the post. Eubanks is there. Three-pointer. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
White for 3. And rebounded by Zach LaVine. Well, the Kings shooting 32% for this game. Not what they're hoping for. And Paul gets it to go.
He's had a rough start to this game, and that's being nice. But he's gotten back on track here in the second.
Down low. Here's White. Ellis with a rebound. Time called here. The Kings decide to talk it over.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
And Coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
Murray's checked in for the Kings. DeRozan comes in for Chris Paul. LaVine can't hit.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
White for 3. Connects again from distance.
He's putting on a shooting exhibition that has left this entire arena in awe.
And you know he finds himself tied for second place all time in three-point makes for a playoff game. Here's Sabonis. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
It's the versatility and the unpredictability of what Sabonis does that makes him so hard to match up with, which is why he gets these easy fouls.
Dunn, he's checked in for Harden. And for Los Angeles, their shooting has been incredible, 72%. Here's White. DeMar DeRozan grabs the miss. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. That's good from DeRozan.
I like the leadership DeMar DeRozan provides for his team. He's a steady veteran presence out there on that floor. He can motivate his guys even in really tough moments.
59 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's LaVine for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. White's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to...
Nice finish.
Man, big time right there.
Ooh-wee. Man, I'm telling you, every time Zach LaVine takes flight, we need this man back in the dunk contest quickly.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Yep, count it.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Pass to Sabonis. Here's Ellis. LaVine surveys the D. Ooh, LaVine with another miss.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. May want to try a different approach moving forward.
White for 3. Good! Another from 3.
If you hadn't noticed already, just an incredible shooting display, and he just keeps going and going.
Well, he now owns the second most three-point makes in a game in playoff history. How about that?
It's turned into a showdown here, dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
And so it's Los Angeles making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. More 2K action in just a moment.
Hey everybody, a large Game 1 deficit for the Sacramento Kings.
They have to be better offensively, shooting under 40%. You know how to fix that, fellas? Feed the bigs.
Stop the presses. Shaq advocating for more post play. An interesting postseason for the Clippers. Well, guys, safe to say they're in cruise control right now.
At this point, Ernie, all they got to do is keep the car on the road, man. Just don't go off to the left or right. Just keep on keeping on.
Don't let up. Keep your foot on the gas. Take this thing across the finish line.
Sure, I'm glad you were able to drive home. Those points. It's so good. Yeah,
See what you did with that one, Ernie.
It's unbelievable. It's a gift.
It is.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Great to have you with us again as we return to our coverage of round one. Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. Then it's James Harden. Then there's Ivica Zubac. And it's White in at the 2. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. Here's DeRozan. Here's Sabonis. Outside for Levine. That one falls. Nice feed from Sabonis. Levine's got 16 points.
Zach LaVine just lets the game come so naturally. His ability to catch and shoot is one of the quickest in the league.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce now. She's got an update on Chris Paul. Allie?
Thank you, guys. I got a report from the Sacramento head athletic trainer. Unfortunately, it doesn't sound good at all. He's likely going to be out for a while, but undeterred, already back in action and pushing forward. Guys?
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Graham.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And you never want to speculate. So it's nice for us, and especially his teammates, to get some facts.
Here's Harden. Hauled in by the Kings. And here's Paul. 7 points in the game. DeRozan outside. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. Here's Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Ooh, boy, Sabonis just executes at such a high level.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting 71%. Their offense has looked unstoppable all game long. White can't hit.
Oh, he's been doing everything. Hitting the boards, huge game for him thus far.
Takes it inside, and it's good! He hits another one!
What a performance. He's now tied for third most points in single-game playoff history.
Boy, the way he's been scoring the ball, you had a feeling he'd leave his name in the record books. Here's Levine. Yes! And it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got his 5th assist in this one.
Smart hoop by Levine. With how many teams defend him, he'll get his shot all day.
Back come the Kings in transition. Oh, he hammers it down in the face of Kawhi Leonard.
Check out Levine getting artful at the rim, leaving the defense just completely clueless of how to stop it.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T. He got it again! Sensational!
His offensive excellence continues to be on full display.
And he's now moved into second all-time for scoring in a playoff game. Paul passes to DeRozan. Picked by Sabonis. Right side, Levine. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 9 rebounds now. Jacks up a 3. And again for 3.
Incandescent from long range. The defense throwing up their hands. How do you stop him?
And he's now tied the single-game playoff record for three-pointers made. DeRozan finds Paul. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from outside in the second half. White for 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Sabonis has got his 5th rebound in this one. DeRozan passes to Murray. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Murray's got his 2nd bucket on the night.
Yeah, just a solid play by Murray. He knows where to get his shots.
White for 3. DeMar DeRozan grabs the miss.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Shoots over White. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. The Clippers have gone 4 of 8 in the third. And the basket by Leonard.
Pretty incredible just how great a shooter Kawhi has become. Really one of the best in the league.
Paul Paul passes to DeRozan. Sabonis with a screen on Powell. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You're not...
The Clippers will go for a different look here. Zubac, he's checked in. For Simmons. Jones comes in for Powell. White, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Dunn in for Harden. Outside White. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
No defender in sight. He tries to take initiative, but ultimately comes away empty-handed.
Here's Dunn. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Paul passes to Ellis. Sabonis with a screen on White. Here's Ellis. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound. Outside White. Pass to Leonard. The three is up. Good! Another from three.
He continues to push the envelope, outdistancing his own record for triples made in a playoff game. Just an absolute flamethrower.
It's a new first-place mark. He only needs the slimmest of windows to get that thing off, and you always expect it to fall through. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers, way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. And they've racked up a ton of turnovers. We'll be right back with you shortly. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining 2K Sports and our coverage of this first round. All right, a look at the five for the Kings to start the fourth quarter. We've got Zach LaVine. Trey Lyles is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Chris Paul, and it's Ellis in at the two. Here's Zubac. Off the left rim and out. And so Paul will bring it up for the Kings. Outside LaVine. From the line. Hauled in by Brown. Well, the Clippers' shooting has been great this game, 58%. Dunn, the pass to Mills. Zubac with a screen on Paul. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
The Kings shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. Valanciunas passes to LaVine. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Mills against Paul. Pass to Zubac. Shoots over LaVine. And there's another one for the Clippers.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Here's Sacramento now. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Inside, here's LaVine. Can't hit from in close. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. To the paint. Mills, no good. The Kings have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Up top, Paul. Pass to Lyles. Clock at 6. Here's Levine. And the dunk by Levine.
We see this time and time again from Levine. He has the ability to put the offense on his shoulders.
Dunn, the pass to Brown. Zubac, screen. Here's Dunn. Off target with the 3. The Kings have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Shot by Levine, no good.
More than a few bad breaks for him this quarter. He's struggling, and the team is following suit on the scoreboard.
Mills with it. Back to Dunn. Now Zubac. Over Valanciunas. A nice shot by Zubac. Here's Paul. Pass to Levine. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And here's Dunn. A deep 3. Rebounded by Lyles. Lyles has got his 5th rebound in this one. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Outside Paul. Here's Levine. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Levine's got 18 points in just the second half. Here's Dunn. Rebound by Sacramento. Outside Levine. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got assist number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Mills, the pass to Dunn. Another shot. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
At the line for 2, Chris Dunn.
No good on that one. Some changes for Los Angeles. Eubanks, he's checked in for Zubac. Norm Powell comes in for Brown. And Ben Simmons subbed in for Mills. Good on the second one. Now here's Paul. Pass to Ellis. Now here's Murray to the middle. Kicks it to DeRozan. Three-pointer. Drops in the 3.
Hey, look, when DeRozan is shooting with confidence, he is dangerous, especially catching and firing just like that.
Simmons looking around. Basket counts. Simmons has got his first points of the game.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Batum. Here's Powell. Launches it. Offensive board. Eubanks. And a nice finish on the layup.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Ball passes to Murray. Here's DeRozan. They kick it out to Murray. And a miss there on the triple.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Dunn outside. Back to Simmons. Ellis with a rebound.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence.
Lays it up and banks it in.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Powell outside. Pass to Simmons. Basket's good.
Playing bully ball inside. Simmons very effective around the rim.
And it's Paul with the ball for Sacramento. Sabonis outside. Here's Ellis. And the three off target. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 6 of 14 in this final quarter. Dunn, the pass to Simmons. Good. Simmons has got 6 points in the quarter.
This is what you like to see from Simmons on the attack, being the aggressor.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Sabonis with a screen on Simmons. Paul, shot is off.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Outside Simmons. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big-time effort. Paul passes to Murray. Sabonis in the post. Eubanks defending. Sabonis can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 7 of 16 attempts to drop since the start of the fourth. Pass to Simmons. Batum outside for 3. Rebound by Sacramento. Murray's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Ellis to the wing on the left. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Zach LaVine, he's checked in for Ellis.
Number 8, Zach LaVine.
Los Angeles has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. Here's Powell. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Sacramento has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Down low. Here's LaVine. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Simmons up top. He's guarded by Paul. And he comes up with a bucket. Simmons has got 8 here in this quarter.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Paul finds Sabonis. Pass to DeRozan. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Isn't it beautiful watching DeRozan just work through contact? He loves overcoming these kind of moments.
Powell outside. Here's Simmons. And it's Simmons with the jam.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Batum against Murray. Back to Paul. The Clippers grab the miss. Eubanks, he's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Powell against Paul. Powell, it's good.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And it's DeRozan missing. And for Los Angeles, they're shooting great so far, 52% in the fourth.
And so that's the end of game 2. No question, this is a big win for the Clippers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Greg.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
This team is playing with confidence and heart right now. They're in control of this series so far.
Yeah, no question. They are the more cohesive team right now, just going out there and executing their game plan.
Here's Powell. Inside. Here's Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Simmons.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Here's Levine for 3. Connects again from distance.
And he's letting it fly from long range to devastating effect.
And has now tied the franchise record for triples in a playoff game. Powell with it. The Clippers winning this one easily, and this win shows they have the momentum so far in this series. Up 2 games to none now.
They just look so confident out there. They're playing selfless ball, and their chemistry has never looked better.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us for the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
MP has put himself among the greats this season.